Hollywood has a rich history, but for Native American actors, breaking into the industry and making their mark was a monumental achievement. In this list, we're honoring 10 iconic Native American actors who not only carved out careers in Hollywood, but also reshaped the portrayal of Indigenous people on screen. Get ready to discover the stars who made history, both on and off the screen. 10. Adam Beach. Adam Beach, born on November 11, 1972 in Ashern, Manitoba, is among the most accomplished Native American actors in Hollywood. Raised on the Dog Creek First Nation Reserve, Beach faced immense challenges early in life. His mother was struck by a drunk driver, and weeks later, his father drowned, leaving Beach and his brothers orphaned. Relocating to Winnipeg, he found solace in acting through drama classes and local theater. Beach's breakout role came in Smoke Signals, 1998, a landmark film for Native American cinema. His portrayal of Victor Joseph highlighted his ability to bring authenticity and depth to Indigenous characters. In 2006, he earned acclaim for playing Ira Hayes in Flags of Our Fathers, capturing the emotional weight of the historical figure. His versatility extends to roles in Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, 2007, Law and Order, SVU, and Suicide Squad, 2016. Beyond acting, Beach is dedicated to his Anishinaabe roots, using his platform to uplift Indigenous voices and inspire future generations. With over 60 films and numerous TV roles, he remains a trailblazer for Native representation. 9. Chief Dan George. Chief Dan George is celebrated as a groundbreaking Native American actor and a devoted champion of Indigenous rights. A leader of the Tsleil-Waututh Nation, he served as chief from 1951 to 1963, working to preserve his people's culture and address land rights. Chief Dan George began acting in his 60s, bringing dignity and depth to his roles. His breakthrough came in Little Big Man, 1970, where his portrayal of Old Lodge Skins earned him an Academy Award nomination, making him the first Native American actor to achieve this honor. His performance shifted Hollywood's portrayal of Native Americans, showcasing complex and authentic characters. He appeared in series like Bonanza and films like The Outlaw Josie Wales, 1976, captivating audiences with his gravitas. Beyond acting, he was a poet and activist. His 1967 speech, Lament for Confederation, critiqued Canada's treatment of Indigenous peoples, sparking change. Chief Dan George's legacy endures as a trailblazer in entertainment and an inspiring advocate for Indigenous rights and culture. 8. Elijah Tahamont. Elijah Tahamont, better known by his stage name Dark Cloud, was a pioneering Native American actor during the silent film era. Born on September 20, 1855, on the Odanak Reserve in Quebec, Canada, Tahamont was a member of the Abenaki Nation, known for their rich heritage in northeastern North America. His work in early cinema paved the way for Native American representation, even though his legacy remains less recognized compared to others from his time. Tahamont first gained attention in the 1890s as a model for artist Frederick Remington, who portrayed Native Americans with dignity. This exposure helped him transition to acting in 1910, adopting the screen name Dark Cloud. He became one of the first Native actors to regularly appear in films, often portraying Indigenous characters with grace and depth. His collaborations with director D.W. Griffith, including The Dishonored Medal, showcased his calm, powerful presence. Though his career was cut short by the Spanish flu in 1918, Tahamont's work in over 30 films left a lasting impact, challenging stereotypes and inspiring future Indigenous performers. 7. Floyd Red Crow Westerman. Floyd Red Crow Westerman, from the Lake Traverse Reservation in South Dakota, was a prominent Native American actor, musician, and activist. A member of the Sisitan Wahpeton Oyat of the Dakota Sioux, Westerman devoted his life to preserving Indigenous culture, championing Native rights, and advocating for environmental causes. As a child, he experienced cultural suppression at a federal boarding school, where speaking his Dakota language was prohibited. These hardships deeply influenced his activism and artistry. Westerman first gained recognition as a musician, blending country music with themes of Native struggles. His 1970 album, Custer Died for Your Sins, critiqued U.S. policies toward Native Americans and became a rallying cry for the Native rights movement. In the 1980s, he transitioned to acting, debuting in Renegades, 1989. He later played memorable roles, including 10 Bears in Dances with Wolves, 1990, and Uncle Ray Firewalker in Walker, Texas Ranger. Beyond entertainment, Westerman was a passionate environmental advocate, promoting sustainability and Indigenous sovereignty. He passed away in 2007, leaving a legacy of activism, cultural pride, and groundbreaking contributions to Native representation. 6. Will Sampson Jr. Will Sampson Jr., born on September 27, 1933 in Okmulgee, Oklahoma, was a towering presence in Hollywood and a proud member of the Muskogee Creek Nation. Standing at 6 feet 7 inches, his commanding screen presence and advocacy for authentic Native representation left a profound impact despite a brief acting career. Before Hollywood, Sampson was a professional rodeo rider specializing in bronco busting. His film debut came by chance when producers of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, cast him as Chief Bromden, a seemingly silent mental institution patient. With no acting experience, Sampson delivered a powerful performance, blending quiet dignity with emotional depth, helping the film win 5 Academy Awards. Sampson continued to shine, portraying Crazy Horse in The White Buffalo, 1977, and Taylor, a native shaman, in Poltergeist 2, The Other Side, 1986. Off-screen, he was an accomplished painter and an advocate for Native rights, pushing for dignified portrayals of Indigenous peoples. Sampson passed away in 1987 at 53, but his legacy as a groundbreaking actor and cultural advocate endures, inspiring future generations. 5. Luther Standing Bear. Luther Standing Bear, born in December 1868 on South Dakota's Pine Ridge Reservation, was a trailblazing Native American actor, writer, educator, and activist. A proud Oglala Lakota, he dedicated his life to preserving Native traditions and challenging stereotypes, making significant contributions to both Hollywood and society. Standing Bear attended the Carlisle Indian Industrial School, where Native children were forced to assimilate. But he used this experience to bridge Native and Western cultures while remaining deeply connected to his heritage. He later performed with Buffalo Bill's Wild West show, gaining insights into the entertainment world and the exploitation of Indigenous traditions. In 1912, Standing Bear entered Hollywood, becoming one of the first Native American actors. He debuted in Ramona, 1916, and later appeared in films like White Oak, 1921, and Union Pacific, 1939. His roles emphasized dignity and authenticity, countering prevailing stereotypes. Beyond acting, he was a prolific writer. His books, My People the Sioux, 1928, and Land of the Spotted Eagle, 1933, highlighted Lakota culture and spirituality, advocating for Native sovereignty and cultural preservation. Standing Bear's legacy as an advocate and cultural ambassador continues to inspire. 4. Graham Greene. Graham Greene is a celebrated Native American actor and member of the Oneida Nation within the Haudenosaunee Confederacy. Over 4 decades, Greene has delivered authentic, nuanced performances in film, television, and theater, earning an Academy Award nomination and solidifying his status as one of the most respected Indigenous actors. Raised on Ontario's Six Nations Reserve, Greene's early connection to his heritage influenced his career. His interest in acting sparked in his 20s, beginning with Canadian theater productions before transitioning to television with roles like Spirit Bay. Greene's Hollywood breakthrough came with Dances with Wolves, 1990, where his portrayal of Kickingbird earned an Oscar nomination. The film's success elevated Native representation in Hollywood and opened doors for Greene in movies like Thunderheart, 1992, Maverick, 1994, and Wind River, 2017. On television, Greene starred in Northern Exposure and Reservation Dogs, showcasing his comedic and dramatic range. A strong advocate for Indigenous rights and accurate on-screen representation, Greene uses his platform to support cultural preservation and environmental causes, inspiring future generations. 3. James Young Deere. Born James Young Johnson on April 1, 1876 in Washington, D.C., was a trailblazing Native American filmmaker during Hollywood's silent era. As one of the first Native Americans to direct, write, and produce films, he played a crucial role in reshaping the portrayal of Indigenous people in early cinema. Though census records listed his parents as mulatto, evidence suggests young Deer likely had Native American roots connected to the Nanticoke people of the Chesapeake Bay region. This mixed heritage informed his storytelling, emphasizing themes of identity and resilience. Young Deer began his career as a stage performer before transitioning to film. By 1910, he became the head of Pathé's West Coast studio, making him a significant figure behind the camera. His films, including White Fawn's Devotion, 1910, challenged stereotypes, portraying Native Americans as complex, dignified individuals. Over his career, he directed over 150 films, focusing on Native European relations and Indigenous struggles. Despite fading from Hollywood by the 1920s, young Deer's legacy as a pioneering Native filmmaker endures, inspiring modern Indigenous storytellers. 2. Tantoo Cardinal. Tantoo Cardinal, born Rose Marie Cardinal on July 20, 1950 in Fort McMurray, Alberta, is one of North America's most celebrated Indigenous actresses. A proud Métis woman of Cree, Dean, and French heritage, she has spent over 5 decades advocating for authentic Indigenous representation in film and television. Growing up in a remote community, Cardinal developed a strong connection to the land and her Métis culture, with her grandmother playing a key role in imparting language and traditions. Her career, which began in the 1970s, flourished despite the limited opportunities for Indigenous actors and the prevalence of stereotypical roles. Her breakthrough came in 1990 with Dances with Wolves, where she portrayed Blackshaw, the wife of Lakota warrior Kicking Bird. This performance solidified her as a leading figure in Indigenous representation. She continued to shine in films like Legends of the Fall, 1994, and Smoke Signals, 1998, as well as in TV series such as North of 60 and Westworld. Cardinal's advocacy for Indigenous rights and cultural preservation has made her a respected voice in the industry. She has earned numerous accolades, including the Order of Canada. Today, her legacy as a pioneer remains strong, inspiring future generations of Indigenous actors. 1. Wes Studi. Wes Studi, born in No Fire Hollow, Oklahoma, is a trailblazing Native American actor, best known for his powerful portrayals of Indigenous characters. A member of the Cherokee Nation, Studi's career spans over 3 decades, earning him critical acclaim and numerous awards, including being the first Native American actor nominated for an Academy Award. Alongside his acting achievements, Studi is an activist for Native American rights, using his platform to challenge stereotypes and promote Indigenous cultures. Raised in a Cherokee-speaking household, Studi experienced the impact of U.S. assimilation policies and attended the Kako Indian Agricultural School, where Native children were forced to abandon their traditions. Despite these challenges, he remained connected to his heritage. After serving in the Vietnam War, Studi became active in the American Indian Movement, AIM, advocating for Indigenous rights. Studi's acting career began in the 1980s, with his breakout role in 1990's Dances with Wolves. His defining performance came in The Last of the Mohicans, 1992, where he portrayed the vengeful antagonist, Magua. His nuanced portrayal of complex characters continued in films like Geronimo, An American Legend, 1993, further establishing him as a leading actor in Native American representation. If you like this video, do not forget to share and subscribe. Also, let us know in the comments who surprised you in this list of 10 iconic Native American actors who made Hollywood history.